Welcome back to the Ross Bolen podcast. I am Ross Bolen here with our co-host, Jared Borislow, J-Bone.
Hello.
Jared, you and I are both sports fans.
I love sports.
Undeniably. You with F1 and the podcast, Formula Bone F1 show, obviously. The Tampa Bay Rays, Green Bay Packers, Wisconsin Badgers, and then me with the Houston Rockets, Astros, and Texans, and whoever I have my money on. So this week is special for us because this week, J-Bone, is Masters Week. Now, for longtime listeners of the show, you'll remember I attended the Masters in the year of our Lord 2017. It was a glorious tournament with longtime fan favorite Sergio Garcia finally winning his first Masters in a playoff over Justin Rose, which I witnessed with thine own eyes.
Did you see his legendary eagle putt?
Maybe.
I feel like that's a no. I feel like you'd remember that.
I was still drinking, I think.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, I was just violently stoned.
Okay.
I took edibles.
I feel like they would have like
Masters.
If there's any place in America that would have like a THC test strip to kick you out for being too stoned, right? I feel like it would be the Masters.
Yeah, I definitely didn't take like joints into the course or anything like that. Like it's not that kind of place. They don't fuck around. And I'm not trying to get permanently barred from one of the finest sporting events on earth. You know?
That is to say, you were kidding about being stoned. You've never been under the influence of any drug while in the gates of the Masters.
Of course not. I would never disrespect the hallowed grounds of Augusta National. So, it was only a joke for my comedy podcast, Jared. Everybody knows that.
Aha. That was a good one, too.
Yeah, today I'm podcasting from my Masters chair, actually. The very chair I purchased for like $75 at the gift shop as part of what was like a $2,000 tab. And then I also got these binoculars. But the chair, I posted up at hole 16, I believe it is, where I saw Matt Kuchar accomplish a hole-in-one. This chair has been on hallowed ground, just as I have. J-Bone, respect it. Respect the chair.
Cooch, they call him.
Cooch! It is extremely uncomfortable, this chair. Like it was built to crush testicles.
And the weird thing is you only weigh like 115 pounds. So I can't even imagine what a normal weighted human would be like on that chair.
Yeah, look, I'm 6'2", 163, man. So like, and I know that exact number because I was down to like 140 because of COVID. And then I've been building my weight back up and I'm up like 23 pounds. But even so, my tiny ass and large balls don't fit in this chair at all. So I can only imagine what it would be like for a larger person to attempt to sit in this chair. I mean, it is among the worst chairs ever constructed. Like
it looks bad.
Like a nutcracker respects this chair.
Like when you said you wanted to sit on that the whole show, I was like, are you sure?
Oh, I'm doing it for like the TikTok, basically. This is just for TikTok, you know, because it might cost me my future children. Mm-hmm. As it is extremely, extremely uncomfortable, the least testicle-friendly chair ever made.
Now, the thing about the Masters, you pointed out that chair, which looks like it cost about $2 to create in China, cost you $75. The disparity between the prices in the gift shop at the Masters and the prices of the food on the course is unbelievable.
Every year we do this song and dance on social media where everybody has to post the menu from the Masters. You've got $10. What would you get? By the way, they did update the pricing due to inflation, and they're slightly higher than the one that went viral. But they're still very, very low. And yes, it is hilarious because everybody's like, you know, gets all hype about how cheap the concessions are. But where they get you is the gift shop where every man who has ever stepped foot has failed to spend less than $500.
Yeah.
It cannot be done. There is a wall with every golf polo you have ever wanted in your life, and they're only available there. It's the best thing the Masters has ever done with their branding, is make it to where their apparel isn't licensed out. You can't buy it at friggin' Academy, you know, some shitty, cheap, off-brand version of it isn't available. Where, like, it's just there. People stock up on Masters gear so that they can give it to their friends or sell it to their friends or family or whatever. People are hardcore with that shit. They won't even just give it to you. They're like, I'm going to the Masters. If you want something, let me know now and give me the money. I've had friends go with like $4,000 and just bring back that much shit for everybody. I mean, you'll see people walking out of there with like 6 bags.
What's the line like?
It's like, depending on what time, you know, you go get in the line, it's ridiculous. But everything there is so coordinated, so organized that you're in and out. It's never a hassle. You'll walk up to the line at the concession the first day you get there and be like, mother of God, well, we're going to miss half the golf today. And in 5 minutes, you're through. And you've spent $7.99 and somehow you have a beer and a sandwich. It's absurd.
I feel like for that, wouldn't you have like 3 sandwiches and a beer for $7?
Now, for anybody that's listening and gets excited, no, this is not some cheap experience. It is absurdly expensive to go. It's one of the more expensive spectator events in sports that you can attend, because not only do you have to secure a ticket, which can either be done through lottery or by being a member or knowing someone who's a member, but there's not that many ways to get tickets, right? You have to do resale, and they gouge your ass. And then you have to pay for lodging, and they gouge your ass, because this is the only thing Augusta, Georgia has going. This is it. Mm-hmm. The town is a shithole with a Hooters that John Daly spends at least 60% of the year at. You know how some people go to the Hamptons for part of the year, or they go wherever rich people go to Aspen for half the year? John Daly goes to Hooters in Augusta for half the year.
You can tell they're Hooters by the way that they are.
And no offense to Augusta, it's beautiful. I'd live there. Real cheap living, too. And then you have this 1 week a year to look forward to that's just absolute mayhem. It has to be fun as hell for the residents. And they all make like double their rent. That's not even true. 6 months worth of their rent or mortgage by renting out their properties for the week.
My friend was the local sportscaster in Augusta, Georgia. And I'm talking like covering high school sports.
Like local.
Yeah, like he was the Augusta local news station sports guy. Covered all the Augusta sports, which is high school. And then, he covered whatever the Atlanta market, I suppose. Cover Hawks and...
Yeah.
So they do a media day where he would get to play the course every year.
Oh my God! See, that's just it's just next level, man.
Yeah,
that experience. But the thing that makes the Masters so fun is the absurd pageantry. Like how seriously these old white people take the tournament is a big part of what makes it fun. Like it's as I just said on Twitter, by the way, being the chairman of Augusta National is complicated because every year you have to stand in front of a plantation home and explain to the media how the club is going to become less white and let more women in while simultaneously avoiding both. It's a tough line to walk, but that is the job, Jared. Keep the women and the coloreds to a minimum while avoiding cancellation for discrimination. That's the job of the chairman of Augusta National. Yeah. It is one of the whitest, silliest things. And it's the flowers, it's the course is impeccable, right? But on top of all that, it's these old, decrepit fucks in green jackets that take this more seriously than any religion on earth.
Yeah. It is a thing, like, if you're a white guy growing up in the South and you say you like flowers, they'll just beat the piss out of you. But if you're like, oh, I think Augusta's beautiful with the Masters, they're like, hell yeah, brother. Here's your hood.
I mean, you're not far off. When you think of like long-standing organizations that are yet to be really affected by progression and PC culture and cancel culture, the Masters is one of the few like relatively untouched sort of relics of the old world, if you will. And it's just bizarre. It's a time capsule, a really weird one, and also slightly racist and sexist. But the golf is good, and Tiger's playing.
Tiger is playing.
Which is huge, admittedly. I mean, he's at least 80% of the draw for me. If he's playing, he is 80% of the reason I'm watching.
Even on like Thursday, which is generally the most boring day. Well, maybe Friday's the most boring day.
There are no boring days.
I think Friday's the most boring day, though.
Okay, that's fair. But for the Masters, there aren't really any boring days because it's so fun to watch it.
But Friday's probably the most boring day.
And I'm talking about as a TV viewer, obviously.
But I mean, I can't even imagine.
Definitely no boring days if you're there.
The gallery that's going to be following Tiger is going to be so much bigger than the other galleries.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine you're Luke List and you're looking around, there's nobody there. You're like, oh.
There's always somebody there because there's people who post up on each hole.
True.
But yes, there are very noticeably large galleries for guys like Tiger, Phil, who is he even playing? Did he destroy his career with that whole Saudi Arabian Golf League thing?
I haven't been following that closely.
God almighty, what a mess. That was weird for the PGA. I think it's over now, but it was weird. Anyway, yeah, there's guys with, Tiger, yes, he will have an absolutely huge, like Donald Trump-sized crowd,
Well, not the inauguration.
In all seriousness, attending the Masters was one of the coolest things I've ever gotten to do. It is a cherished memory that makes my annual viewing of the tournament more enjoyable for me than anyone who hasn't been, like poor Jared here.
Okay.
And for that, I am extremely grateful.
No need to just fucking roast me. Like it's okay.
I didn't have to, but I wanted to. So I did. Jared, if you want to bet on this year's Masters tournament, today's episode is also brought to you by MyBookie. MyBookie.ag is our sports betting and online casino sponsor here at RBP, with all the prop bets, live lines, futures, and sports betting action your little heart could hope for, plus an online casino with blackjack, roulette for fans of roulette like Drake, slot machines for fans of slot machines like John Daly. They've got the live blackjack so you can actually watch the dealer deal, live roulette so you can watch the ball dropper drop their balls. The casino is great. The sports book is great. You can support the podcast while you play at MyBookie simply by using the code RBP when you sign up and deposit to unlock a bonus. NBA playoffs are approaching. Major League Baseball is coming back very soon. Tomorrow is opening day, I believe.
That's crazy.
MMA, we got UFC fights coming up. NHL, the Final Four just finished up, obviously. Hope you all did well there during March Madness. But this week, obviously, we're all betting on who will win the Masters, the day-to-day matchups at the Masters, all the great Masters props, et cetera, on MyBookie, and they've got it all. They're even boosting odds on any golfer to hit a hole-in-one on the 12th hole at the Masters bet. So you can go take that and get boosted odds. Check out all the action at MyBookie.ag today. Just use the code RBP when you sign up and deposit to unlock a bonus and let them know we sent you. Stipulations apply. Jared, last week we talked about what we would personally choose for the menu of our own personal Masters Champions dinner if we won the Masters tournament ourselves, a fun hypothetical fantasy for the whole family. And this week, it was revealed that last year's winner, Hideki Matsuyama, his menu was released, right? He chose his menu for the dinner he'll be hosting tonight, actually, Wednesday night, which it's crazy to me that they do it the night before the tournament. Because, I feel like those guys want, a light meal.
I didn't even realize the tournament started tomorrow. They did the part 3 contest already?
They're doing it as we speak.
Oh, okay.
Right now as we record. That's why I'm going fast. I'm trying to get out of here so that we can go watch that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care that much.
Sit on your chair and use your binoculars.
Yeah, I'm losing feeling in my ass as we speak because of this fucking chair. It's a goddamn nightmare. But he chose his menu, and I got to say, the dude crushed it. Hideki went hard. Jordan Spieth was giddy just talking about the menu yesterday in an interview I saw. I've got my Jordan Spieth signed 2015 Masters flag right here on the ground to my left.
That's really nice of him to just sign that for you.
Yeah, it was really nice. It wasn't for any type of backroom deal made about a photo of him that got posted online in any way, shape, or form, and there's no story to it. I'm just a fan who was appreciated. He's a fan of mine. I'm a fan of his. He sent me a few flags.
He loves you.
That's it, man. He's a huge fan of the show, I've been told. Jordan Spieth, regular listener, shouts. Him and his manager, huge fan of mine as well. His manager loves me. Huge fan. But yeah, Spieth was giddy, and with good reason, because listen to this. From the Augusta Chronicle, which is a real newspaper that exists, defending Masters tournament champion Hideki Matsuyama's selections for the Champions Dinner were inspired by his home country. Appetizers, assorted sushi, sashimi, and nigiri, and yakitori chicken skewers.
Japanese food is my favorite cuisine, so just reading this, I'm I wish if there's anyone I wish I could be at any Masters dinner. It's
I'll go Job reading the menu at the country club voice for y'all. First course, miso glazed black cod, dashi broth.
That's good stuff right there.
Main course, Miyazaki Wagyu, A5 Wagyu beef ribeye with mixed mushrooms and vegetables. Sancho daikon.
That sounds... he's getting A5... Brooks Koepka, notably, has retired from eating any American beef, so he is going to be so... Well, he has never won the Masters. Pussy! He's not going to be able to eat it.
Oh, sad. Spieth's quote was, might make a lot of people mad in the state of Texas, but... Miyazaki Wagyu is the best beef I've ever had, he said. To be serving that on top of miso cod and sushi to start, I'm very, very excited, he said.
Okay, what's for dessert?
Dessert. Japanese strawberry shortcake. Fluffy sponge cake with whipped cream and amao strawberry.
Yeah, this is the winner right here.
This is pretty damn good, Jared. It's hard to hate on this. It's a damn good choice. It's still not better than my all breakfast for dinner idea, but it's one hell of a menu. Props to Hideki, and good luck to everyone, both participating in and betting on the Masters this week. What are you most looking forward to? Who are you rooting for? Who's your favorite golfer right now? You a fan of anybody in particular?
So there's this like kind of unknown guy I'm going to be rooting for all weekend long. His name's Eldrick Woods.
Oh yeah, I've heard of him.
I think he has not played for a while. He might be a little rusty, but I got him.
Cool.
I'm going to be following him.
Right on. Eldrick. We'll look out for that guy.
Also, Bernhard Langer. He's always making the cut.
Who's the new world number one? Herschel, is it?
Scotty Scheffler.
Scheffler.
Who's
Scheffler.
Herschel?
I think there's a Billy Herschel out there somewhere.
Billy Horschel, yeah.
Horschel. Scheffler, yeah. He kind of came out of nowhere the last several weeks and
UT Austin guy. He's an Austin dude.
Got himself a number one world ranking. First time Brooks hasn't been number one in quite a while, right?
I
think so.
I don't know.
It's the first time I've heard of the world number one changing in quite a while anyway. But yeah, excited to see Tigers.
DJ was the world number one.
He was, that's true. But then I think Brooks took it for quite a while. Maybe they alternated a bit.
Brooks
he's
got some big arms.
A little love. He does have huge arms. He's very jacked. Big guy, Brooks.
Does he still have blonde hair? Is he going blonde hair at the Masters?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Brooks dyed his hair blonde. It was a funny choice for him.
He makes a lot of funny choices. He's kind of brazen. I like that about him. He's like, I'm a dickhead. Deal with it.
He also is like, I do not care about
boy.
tournaments except for the Masters.
Yeah.
I respect that.
I respect that too.
I'd be the same way.
I am the same way. I don't give a shit about any of the other majors. I don't pay that much attention to golf anymore. I just care about the Masters. I mean, I've got a spectator guide in front of me from 2017.
Start reading it.
The hell's that going to do? I'm not going to read it. I've got an Arnie's Army pin behind me.
He's dead.
He is dead. I got that when he was alive, though. Is it worth more?
I mean, I don't think so. I don't think it has any relation to him at all. Mine is having his name on it.
I've got Ben Hogan's 5 Lessons for the Modern Fundamentals of Golf book up there. I don't know any of the 5, but
name them right now. Just guess.
I'm dead serious.
Guess. 5 fundamentals of golf.
First fundamental, grip.
That makes sense.
I think that's one of them.
Okay.
I don't know. It's my guess, though. I'm terrible at golf. I feel like because we're talking about golf, I need to declare that.
Okay, but you're 1 for 1. Let's keep going. 4 more fundamentals.
Second fundamental, stance.
Okay.
Third fundamental, swing thoughts. Fourth fundamental, butt plug.
Okay.
Fifth fundamental, breathable shirt.
Okay.
That's it.
I noticed you never included the actual swing in there.
Yeah, fuck the swing.
You think the swing is just a byproduct of the 5 fundamentals?
Yes.
The way the butt plug interacts with your thought.
The swing is a byproduct of number 4. It's in number 4 with butt plug. Yeah, those are my 5 fundamentals in the book I'm going to write about golf. Anywho,
New York Times bestseller on the way.
2 for 2, baby. Today's episode of RBP is also brought to you by Indochino. Whether it's finding a signature color, wearing a more flattering cut, or getting a new statement piece, the right detail can make your wardrobe that much better. And this year, let Indochino take care of your 2022 style edit. You can customize everything from suits and shirts to chinos and bomber jackets at prices more affordable than you might expect. I actually just ordered a suit that I myself will be getting married in, and I've got a couple other weddings to attend this year. So I've got a new suit coming from Indochino. I'm excited. It's shipped. It's on the way, and I've done both. I've gone into their Indochino store here at Austin, gotten measured and purchased something in the past, and then this time I actually did it all online. And like I said, it's incredibly customizable. The Indochino experience is incredible, and they offer completely custom-fitted suits, shirts, casual wear, and at surprisingly affordable prices. So you can get a wardrobe personalized to your style and taste without spending a fortune. Every piece is made to your exact measurements. You can customize every detail. You can choose everything about your suit, including the fabric, lapel, monogram, and statement linings. And all their options are awesome, which is the reason why, like, this wasn't a free suit that they sent me as a sponsored thing. Like, I paid my own money. I chose Indochino. They're that good. They're amazing. I really do stand by their product. And you can create a suit that fits you and your style perfectly. The best part, Indochino suits start from just $429 and shirts from $79 with all customizations included. Just grabbed myself a new button down and slacks as well because I need something a little bit more casual for the weddings that aren't my own. And you can give yourself a style edit that sets the tone for the rest of your year with Indochino. Get $50 off any purchase of $399 or more by using promo code RBP at Indochino.com. That's $50 off a purchase of $399 or more at Indochino.com. Promo code RBP. Indochino.com. Promo code RBP. I've got an insane headline of the day for you here, Bone.
Mm-hmm.
Following Starlight, Coca-Cola's latest drink, Bite, will taste like pixels?
What the fuck does any of that mean?
It's a story from the Food Network, okay? It says, what does a pixel taste like? It may sound like a Zen cone, like what is the sound of one hand clapping? But it's actually a question Coca-Cola is promising to answer with a mind-blowing new beverage, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Bite. Inspired by gaming and touted as the, quote, first ever Coca-Cola flavor born in the metaverse, end quote, the Coca-Cola company says the new limited edition soda, quote, transcends the digital and physical worlds, end quote, and will bring the flavor of pixels to life.
Okay, I'm ready for the nuke. I will even let the nuke land on me.
I'll open my mouth for it as it comes down to the ground, phrasing. But this is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. And I have seen quite a bit of stupid shit. I've even said a lot of it myself, written some, been awarded for some. But this is next level idiocracy. They're literally making a drink and marketing it off of it being a transcendence of the digital and physical worlds. It's just not possible, Jared. It's like you marketing a drink off of like heaven. Like this drink is heaven.
Slurpee kind of did that. Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven,
True enough. It says Coca-Cola Zero by its launch in select Latin American countries on April 4th, in the United States May 2nd, China May 23rd, follows the similarly out there release earlier this year of Coca-Cola Starlight, which promised the public, quote, a taste of outer space, end quote. Both unusual flavors are being offered under the innovation-focused Coca-Cola Creations umbrella. Here's their quote. For our second expression from Coca-Cola Creations, your expression, it's a fucking soda, we wanted to create an innovative taste inspired by the playfulness of pixels, rooted in the experiences that gaming makes possible. Oana Vlad, the Coca-Cola Company's Senior Director of Global Strategy, said in a news release. Imagine this being your job. Just as pixels power digital connection, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Bite brings people together to share moments of real magic.
Why is there no sugar? Gamers love sugar. If you want to target this at gamers, take the no sugar out and put sugar in.
It says, what does a pixel taste like? According to the brand, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Bite has a, quote, bright upfront taste, end quote, that is reminiscent of powering up a game and refreshing finish that makes for a perfect gaming companion. I love gaming, Jared, and I've never been more ashamed to be part of that community. This is how they're using us now? This is how they're using our people?
I was totally fine as a gamer back in the day when I'd spend like 12 hours a day playing World of Warcraft, go to my mini fridge I had in my room that was stocked to the brim with Mountain Dew game fuel, and I was like, yeah, I will become a vehicle for your marketing. I am a gamer drinking game fuel. That's fine because it's delicious.
Yeah, but
this
it didn't taste
terrible.
like fucking pixels, bro.
Yeah, it didn't. It tasted delicious. I think the game fuel I used to drink was like a nice it wasn't Code Red. It was but it was still red. What the fuck was it?
Did it transcend the digital and physical worlds?
No, but it made my physical body fat.
Oh, yeah. Change your pee color, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it a little nuclear looking.
I bought a side note, this mini fridge in my room.
Uh-huh.
There's a thing called garage sale day where I grew up, where every day you could do a garage sale and you didn't need like a permit or anything. Not every day, sorry.
What do you mean every day?
Once a year.
Okay.
Once a year, you could do a garage
Everybody
sale.
gets one.
Didn't need a permit, and you just go around. And I found this mini fridge. It could fit exactly 9 cans of soda in it, 3x3, stacked up straight. And so at all times growing up, after I got that mini fridge in my room, I always had it filled up with soda. Generally, it was some sort of Mountain Dew to power my gaming as a avid World of Warcraft addict at the time. Or some other things, Dr. Pepper, frequently in there. And as a fun little change of pace, I would do brisk iced tea.
Can I just say that as someone who's marrying a Renaissance woman, one of her many hats being nutritionist, I have found out just how bad soda is for us. And the fact that we were just shoveling it down our gullets at such a young... I mean, when I think about what I was putting into my body when I was growing up, when I was supposed to be fueling myself with nutrients that would grow me into a man of regular-sized nipples. And instead, I nuked my soul with things like Mountain Dew and God knows what other sodas and beers and strange chemicals, and my nipples never grew. And so I have these little boy nipples on a man's body.
Have you ever considered giving a bunch of people Christmas? Maybe your nipples would grow 3 sizes that day. Just a thought.
Okay. You want me to go Grinch with it and see if that'll help my case.
Only good Grinch.
Who buys
You don't want those things to
drink,
shrink.
man? Who buys this?
We are going to. Yeah.
We have to trace. We have to try it.
Now, when's it launch?
Oh, in the U.S.?
May 2nd.
Because Latin America's getting it first. They got it. They got it 2 days ago. Hey, if you're one of our Gesundheit, if you're one of our Latin American listeners, and you've enjoyed what the fuck is it called?
Coca-Cola Zero Sugar Bite.
Let us know how it went.
Let us know how the pixels taste.
How did the pixels taste? Sorry, I have to ask, but I do. It's my job. Today's episode is brought to you by Felix Gray Glasses as well. 5 years ago, Felix Gray set out to create eyewear that would improve daily screen time, and since then, Felix Gray has been on a mission to create a better relationship with technology. Their lenses filter 15 times more blue light that can make screen time tough on eyes and disruptive to sleep. A lot of people don't realize that, but it's one of the reasons that scientists tell you, like, don't get on your phone right before bedtime because the blue light that screens emit is disruptive to your brain's attempt to calm you down, wind you down, put you to sleep. It's one of the reasons Felix Gray offers the nighttime glasses right before bed so that your brain has an even easier time getting to sleep. But I've been working on the internet for over a decade now, spending like 10 hours a day staring at screens. My eyes get worn the hell out. And when I'm done with work, I like to relax by watching my favorite shows and movies and gaming, all of which involve screens. So a few years ago when I was introduced to Felix Gray, everything changed. These glasses are the quality of designer frames. It's not some cheap blue light coating painted over them that's going to chip off. That never happens. There is no chipping, no cheapness, no, just incredible designer quality frames that are stylish and functional as they protect your eyes from the blue light that screens we all rely upon emit. I have like 7 pairs. They're all incredible. I recommend the Faraday, the Nash, and the West frames for any of you just looking for somewhere to start. There's no cutting back on screen time if you're like me. I know Jared and I try, but try as we might, it is difficult. And you can do yourself a solid and get yourself some Felix Grays to get relief from those headaches, dry eyes, and blurry vision or what have you that occurs over the course of your work day or school day. And so go to our URL, felixgrayglasses.com/RBP to support the show, and you'll get free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges in return. I would call that consequence-free shopping. I don't know.
There is
risk-free shopping?
Risk-free, because there's a great consequence, and that's that you get a pair of great glasses that you love.
It is a great consequence. They've got non-prescription and prescription available. Check them out, felixgrayglasses.com/RBP. That's FELIXGRAY glasses.com/RBP for free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges. Jared, I think I mentioned, because we are a pirate podcast and obsessed with pirating, and you and I are in a pirate mailetage. How do you pronounce it?
I don't know. Mateletage.
Mateletage together. That I had begun watching the show Our Flag Means Death on HBO Max. It's about one of our badass pirates you've never heard of, which is a recurring segment on this show. One of the ones I did very long ago called Stead Bonnet, otherwise known as the Gentleman's Pirate, who has a very funny story to his life where he was married, had kids, and one day he just up and left. You know, he had land, a title and shit, and he just said, fuck this, I'm going to go be a pirate. Well, it turns out, Jared, that Our Flag Means Death is actually classified as a queer comedy. Now, I didn't know this initially because the queerness of it doesn't really start until like episode 4. But Stead Bonnet ends up developing a relationship with Blackbeard. And there's all kinds of cool queer stuff that goes down, which really, when you think about it, it makes sense that a lot of pirates were gay and trans and queer and minorities who weren't able to live as their real selves or were oppressed as members of everyday society. So they chose the pirate life, which really makes you wonder, like, where the term butt pirate actually originated. But seriously, think about it. Being a pirate is basically the same as buying tickets for a gay cruise. Like, it's all dudes on there, bearded, hairy men, just sweating, grunting, hoisting the sails and swabbing the poop deck. It's as gay as it gets on a pirate ship, Jared. I don't think anyone can argue with this. And I can't believe this hasn't been done before. I generally cannot.
Is it a good show?
Yes, it's solid. It's very funny, clever, different. Obviously, there aren't that many queer comedies that make it to mainstream HBO, but there are more and more by the year now, which is good. So HBO is one of the networks that's done a better job than most with representation, I would say, in the last several years especially. But this also calls into question whether you and I accidentally entered into a gay pirate marriage via comedy podcast. but that's a problem to deal with on another day,
I wouldn't call it a problem.
I would say. Well, it is for you and I, as we are both currently engaged to be married to women.
Modeletages are understood by all, from what I understand, personally.
From what you understand.
Yes.
Fair enough. Hey, you know how Drake is a huge basketball fan?
Yeah.
Have you ever watched him hoop like on Instagram before?
I've never seen him actually play basketball.
I've seen him play quite a bit. Now, only in small clips, short clips or whatever, but enough times to discern exactly what type of hooper Drake is. And I think it came to me last night when I saw a recent clip. Actually, it was Kyle Lowry of the Toronto Raptors discussing how often he plays with Drake and that he recently beat the shit out of him one-on-one. And how it's funny to Kyle that Drake won't stop making him go ones with him because he just beats the shit out of him. And Kyle was like sort of mocking Drake. But it occurred to me, Drake is the person that I would say determines whether you are an above average hooper. Like if you think you could beat Drake in basketball, then you're good enough to say you're good at basketball. But if you can't beat Drake, you are damn sure not good at basketball. Because he's not that good. Like I could beat Drake in basketball is what I'm saying. Like if we played 1-on-1 to 10 or whatever, there's no fucking way in hell that I am losing to Drake. It's just not happening. So I imagine he's getting absolutely pounded by these dudes that he plays that are in the NBA that I could never score a point against. I'm betting a lot of the time he doesn't score a point either. That's just how it goes. You cannot. NBA players are on a whole nother level. You watch NBA basketball on TV and you go, oh yeah, I could get out there and hoist up a three. No, you fucking couldn't. I say it all the time. No, I fucking couldn't. Put me in the corner, try to get a three off. There's no way it's leaving my hand without getting swatted into the fucking crowd. There's just no way. I'm not fast enough. That's ridiculous. Those guys are moving at a speed you and I are not capable of moving at, Jared. Unfortunately.
And speak for yourself.
But if you're one of those people who's like, I could get 5 in an NBA game, you're fucking dead wrong. No, you couldn't. No, a lot of NBA players can't get 5 in an NBA game. No, you couldn't.
Do you remember when Jimmy Kimmel challenged Ted Cruz to a game of 1-on-1 and then lost to him?
Kimmel lost to Ted Cruz?
Mm-hmm.
I may have tried to suppress that memory so that I could continue to care about Jimmy Kimmel because I kind of like him, but that is a completely cancelable action. If you challenge Ted Cruz to a game of 1-on-1 in basketball and you lose, you're done. It's over. They should give me his show now. That's how bad that is. Wipe him from the air and put you and me up there.
I agree.
What the hell?
Apparently it was for charity.
I don't give a shit what it was for. You lost to Ted Cruz in a fucking sport? Ted Cruz? If Ted Cruz beat me in anything that wasn't an election, I would go into the wilderness. I'd go into the wild. You would never see me again. That would be it. I'll play Ted Cruz in basketball 1-on-1 right the fuck now. I would pay. I will donate $10,000 to charity if Ted Cruz will play me 1-on-1 in basketball at 10 in my driveway.
It was 11-9, Ted.
That's fucking despicable.
Kimmel said,
I would flagrantly foul Ted. I'll say that now. He's getting 2 free points off me for sure.
Kimmel said, between us, we made 20 shots. You know how many shots we missed? More than 25.
Yo, I'm sure it was very ugly. Where did they play?
He said they shot 10% from the field. I don't know, some gymnasium.
Ugh, that's humiliating.
Can you imagine, what if Ted just yammed on him, just dunked on him, posterized?
Like a lot of the people that I would most like to play in basketball. Drake, Ted Cruz, Darren Ravel is up there. He used to do challenges with people.
He could beat you in a 40-yard dash. You ever seen him do a 40-yard dash?
Yeah, I've seen him do a 40-yard dash.
He's fast.
That's one way to describe him.
Could you beat Rich Eisen in a 40-yard dash?
I don't know if I remember Rich's
pretty good.
40-yard dash.
Pretty good.
Why Rich Eisen?
I don't know. I just remember he did a 40-yard dash.
What the fuck kind of a question? Do you think you could beat Barack Obama in a 40-yard dash?
Rich Eisen routinely finishes around the 6-second mark, with his 5.94 second mark in 2016, the fastest of his combine career.
Rich Eisen, everyone. Please clap.
Back to you, Jared.
I've been awful lately.
You're just terrible at the soundboard.
Please clap.
It is just something to admit to yourself.
I
think it makes it that much more funny to me.
I think I've missed 3 out of the last 4, and one of those misses, I hit a button that had no sound attached to it.
Yeah,
I hit the button, and there was no sound.
Speaking of low percentage from the field, you are currently shooting horribly on the soundboard. Hey, we've got new merch available at bolenmedia.com/shop if you're watching on YouTube or just, I guess, yeah, that's where you'd be watching on YouTube. You can see Jared's Formula Bone F1 show t-shirt. That's been available for quite a bit, as is the hat that he is wearing.
I'm doubled out today.
The new stuff we've got, though, includes an R.I.P. Bill Chungus t-shirt that is immediately one of my favorite items in the shop. It's very good.
We got a lot of stuff in here that I just saw today that was just put up that I was not privy to. And there are some truly absurd things in this store.
Yeah, the R.I.P. Bill Chungus t-shirt designed by my fiance is one of my favorite t-shirts ever made. It's fucking awesome.
How about the jigsaw puzzle?
There's a dynamic duo jigsaw puzzle of Jared and I. You can get a puzzle that when you put it together, it's a photo of Jared and I. It says Ross Bolen Podcast at the top. It's a photo of us in front of my garage the day that Jared agreed to come on full time and work at Bolen Media. It was a very important day in Bolen Media history.
If you like jigsaw puzzles, I cannot recommend this one enough.
Yeah, if you don't buy this and you're a puzzle person, it's like, fuck you.
And send a picture to us so we can actually see you making the puzzle.
There's a Bruce Bella t-shirt to commemorate the year of the dog that's awesome. The Stat Good Days design has been translated into a mouse pad, as well as a baby onesie.
Oh, I did see that. There's
Baby
also... If you are somebody who watches Formula One and you're going to have to start waking up early to watch it because you live in North America or the entire Western Hemisphere in general, Formula Bone coffee mug / tea mug, whatever mug you want to put in it, whatever you want to mug it with.
It's just a Formula Bone mug, man.
Yep.
It's just a mug for you. It's got the red handle, the red inside, the beautiful Formula Bone design on it. It's phenomenal, and it's only
red
available...
inside, white outside. Is the handle red and the trunk wide? Yes.
Wow, good remix, Jared. BolenMedia.com/shop now. We've got all the other stuff in there, too, like the Ross Bolen's Wife Left Me t-shirt, the Ross Bolen Podcast Astroworld sweatshirt, the You Are Not Alone long sleeve. We put a Bada Bing strip club from The Sopranos t-shirt in there, which I'm excited about.
Bone Zone shirt.
The Bone Zone, the official shirt of the Bone Zone. The Chicken Leg Pride tee is
I like
in there.
that one. I like that one a lot.
Chicken Leg Pride, designed by Ricky Prosper. It is coming up. August, I believe, is Chicken Leg Pride month. And if it's not August, then I think it might be June, because I think it's the month of my birthday, and I'll Google it soon. Promise.
That rhymed.
BolenMedia.com/shop today. By the way, you know we release an episode every Friday on Patreon.com/Ross Bolen Podcast. Well, if you're one of our patrons supporting the podcast, you get a 10% off code to use on BolenMedia.com/shop. Follow us on TikTok at The Ross Bolen Podcast, on Instagram at The Ross Bolen Podcast, and on Twitter at Ross Bolen Pod. I think we're going to hit 70,000 TikTok followers today. I can feel it. Jared and I will be back Friday with another episode exclusively available on Patreon for our supporters in the RBP gang. Make sure you go today to patreon.com/Ross Bolen Podcast to sign up. You can immediately listen to our entire backlog while you wait for Friday's show. And until next time, peace be with you and also with you.